Today we're going to turn a bandsaw box, but on the lathe. We're going to turn the shape first and then take it over to the bandsaw and cut out a little drawer for it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, I went ahead and marked center on the ends, and the piece of wood is 4 inches thick by 8 inches long. You can vary that any way you want, depending on what the size of the box, or in your bandsaw blade too. I just have a 1/4 inch one right now. I need to get another 8th inch one. It broke. But if you go 1/8 inch, you can do them even smaller. But let's just go ahead and true this up. And what I'm going to do is make the box out of the center here and then leave these flat. So when we take it back to the bandsaw, it's a lot safer trying to cut something that's sitting flat on the bandsaw rather than round. So I'm going to leave the 2 tenons down on each end of it here. Okay, just put it in between centers. I'm just going to go ahead and true it up and then turn a tenon down on this end, so after we cut out the box I can put it back in the 4-jaw chuck. And then I'm going to leave the 2 ends flat like I said. There we go. And just go ahead and, leave about 1 inch on each end. Maybe a little bit more on this end because I'm actually going to turn a tenon down there too. I'm just going to come in here. Alright, now I'm just going to turn the tenon down on this end. Basically, this is going to be your shape here, so make sure you get, maybe actually do a little bit of sanding on it first. Maybe go a few grits in. Because once you do the box, you really don't want to sand right where the hole is going to be. It'll make the hole look odd. It'll start to sand away at one side of it or the other. So I'm going to go ahead and sand on that a little bit and make sure that that's pretty much set. And then when I put it back on the lathe, all I have to do is clean up the sides. So. Okay, I have a little crack on it, so if you have a little knot or something you don't want in it, I'm going to go ahead and put that on the back side, and I'm going to go ahead and put my drawer right there. So let's go ahead and take it to the bandsaw. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to pick this side. This side's going to be the front, so this side's going to be the back. So I'm going to take a slice of that off. Just like making a regular bandsaw box, it's just this one's round. So I'm just going to go ahead and come in, bring my blade in. That's why I came in a little bit deep on these. So I can go ahead and slice the back off and then flip it over and go ahead and do my drawer right there. So let's go ahead and just take the back off here real quick. Just come in maybe 1/4 inch because this is your basic shape is already set. You're not going to be carving on it anymore on the lathe on this part. There we go. We'll save that. We're going to glue that back on. Okay. Then we're going to come over here and I'm just going to actually use my compass real quick and draw this circle here. I'm just going to take the compass and draw a circle here real quick. So I have something to follow. Or anything, just a basic guide. Okay, so just pick a spot to come in at. You know, it's at this point there's going to be a line in it no matter what. So I'm just going to go ahead and do, I guess, put it on the bottom here. Alright, once it comes through, there we go. I definitely need to get a smaller, another 1/8 inch blade. I just, the last one broke, so I didn't have one, but there we go. It made it, but for something this small, you definitely need to get a smaller blade. So I'm just going to clean this up on the oscillating sander a little bit on the inside, and then what we're going to do is go ahead and take and cut the front of the box off, and then go ahead and cut the back off too. Okay, I'm just using a clamp to keep it, hold on to it because it's round. And I'm just going to cut the back off and then go ahead and cut the front off too. Alright, and then save those too. Take the front off. Okay, then I'm just going to take and again, just rough guesstimate on a pencil line here. And just go ahead and just take out the center there. Alright, it goes like that. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and take it over. I'm going to sand this out with the oscillating sander. Definitely get a smaller blade. Wasn't thinking about that before I started this. Then we'll glue it back together, just like that. And I'm going to sand up the outside too. Okay, have it all sanded up on the inside here. I'm just going to go ahead and glue all the pieces. I'm going to glue that back together. And then glue all the pieces, the ends on here. And however they go. So I'm going to get all that glued back together, and then we'll come back and put it back on the lathe. All right, the glue's dry, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in the forge rod chuck with the tenon that I turned, and just tighten that down. And then I'll bring the tailstock up too, and then we'll turn these two pieces off. I'm actually going to turn a tenon down here and flip it around here in a second. Alright, and I'm just going to bring the tenon down right there, move this up. I'm going to put a little top on it. All right, I have it remounted here, so I'm just going to go ahead and clean it up and sand it. Okay, I ran out of my little mixture, so I just mixed up some more, and I've had a lot of questions about this, so I'm going to try and clear it up as best I can. I use, it's Staples is the brand I use. I get it at Woodcraft. It's just crystal clear paste wax. It has carnauba in it. It's just like a furniture wax is what it's used for. But there it is. That's the brand. I don't know if they have a website or not. I'm sure they do, but it's not on here. So anyway, so I get that at Woodcraft. And then mineral oil. I'm getting a lot of questions. In the UK, apparently mineral oil means something else. You buy this in the pharmacy. It's meant to be. You can drink it. It's a lubricating laxative. I guess if you're constipated, you would have a tablespoon of this or teaspoon, or I'm not going to get into that. I don't know what you're supposed how much you're supposed to take or anything, but I use it to sand with. So I just scoop some out of the new can into here. It's not real critical, the amount. I just use it to cut down on the sanding dust. That's about it. I just pour it in, mix it up with a stick. There's no secret recipe or anything else. The reason I mix the mineral oil in is because if you just use the wax, it tends to clog up your sandpaper faster. The mineral oil gives it a little bit of gives it a little slurry. So that's it. That's all there is to it. There's no secret recipe I'm hiding or anything else. That's it. I dip my sandpaper in it and sand away. So I hope that cleared everything up. But then get a little bit on there. That's all there is to it. All right, just finishing up sanding with 600 here. Going like that. I'll turn it off and hand sand it. This isn't going to take away anything, but this is all I was doing, was just hand sanding the middle part here. And as I was sanding this, I also grabbed the drawer here and sand up the face of it with each grit as I went through. So wasn't wasting the sandpaper. There we go. All right, I have just a little chunk of walnut dowel. I went ahead and cut a little chunk of it off, and the cullet chuck here it's good for stuff like this too. It comes with I think it came with like about 8 of these, so you can just put your dowel in there. I'm gonna push it in a little bit more, tighten it up like that. And there you go. And then you can turn that little button or a knob or whatever you want. It's an easy way to hold on to it. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and just round it over and make it just a basic knob for it. A basic pull. There we go. Alright, there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and take the parting tool again and just clean it up right down there on the very end so that there's no oil where I'm going to glue it in. So just going to take it and just clean the glue off. That's all I'm doing. Or clean the oil off so it'll bond. There we go. All right, there we go. We'll go ahead and just glue that, drill a hole in the box there, or in the drawer, and glue that in. All right, there we go. I just glued that in, and I just set it in there, but there we go. I think you could have a lot of fun with this. Just some great shapes on the lathe. Just turn it like a spindle, and then take it over to the bandsaw. I think you have a lot of fun with it. A couple things I did wrong. This is my first one, so I would use a 1/8" blade. Definitely, that would make it a lot easier, making your hole round or whatever shape. Just make it easier for you. The other thing is, when I cut the back off, I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. I just took just a sliver of it off, and I thought that was going to be enough, but it wasn't. When I went to put it back on, it just barely fit because of the curve of the blade. If you can see that little area right there, that's just glue. It's filled in with glue. That's a hole, and you can see all the way through it. I don't know if you can see the light down in there or not, but so those are a couple things I would do differently, but I think you could have a lot of fun with these. Just doing some just crazy shapes and then take it over to the bandsaw and having some fun. So all right, there we go. Like I said before, a couple things I would do differently, but other than that, I think you have a lot of fun with them, and I'll put some detailed pictures up on Facebook. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.